judgment here about 40 pages.
Yeah.
Na matete so me hu commentaries ama na makan kakra bi. Na ngwa say your man of 40, your man of 20
years. Yeah.
Didn't you make a sign say? From what I'm kind in the Martin, I must say, Papa no, the company near friend I contact mining. Yeah, more mining concession.
Yeah.
Which is our license, our the mining. Now mining concession license, your mount now go your mining now. Your son so catch up say. So to two amrani na uye we di nyina wia. Ese wo san reclaim, wo san esi amna no reclaim land. Na me tie na me afi me can accepts no.
Yeah.
Na judge na go to the point say okay, ade no akwa na omde man say onye reclaiming no. Ono na ekoye galamsey o say mining. Ekoye mining, wo mro ni license
third
party no. Na akonta mining na yede ade ne ma wo mo no. Me de me bisa o. Me lawyer ni de but me bisa. Enye corporate body. Akonta mining a corporate body.
Yeah.
It can sue and it can be sued. And sending servants ye bibia enya. Akonta corporate mining is vicariously liable. Until the mean when they say, oh, you're reclaiming, wakofo obiaba. And what breaches say, to me mine, to me mining. A breach of the rules and regulations, your friend say, Minerals Commission. Now, when you director of the company, the presumption is Akonta mining. And Ama Aquano Quine say, or mining through their license. Oti the mechanism. Onye through because Aquana Nyeso Abaso no Kasa Baby too. Yamane Juma so onye.
Oh yeah.
Akonta mining their man. And through that, no, ono so air mining. The presumption is that. Or the microphone license no the ejuma because no license be or the be ejuma. And afi Wontumi no. Or your shareholder, and also a director of Akonta mining, or a servant of the company. Now, at what point in Asadi ni detach?
Okay.
Near didn't go to for 20 years.
Next I also court no the entire
of course, how it went on.
Okay.
Said one license that because one license there ought to be two. And there ought to be a refill. Third party in the Diasemaba. Third party this can be identified. Say papa we no koko ye. Say make just the assassin. Enti wo beti o refill mama na so ka say ozo koko two, ka so koko two mining na. The presumption say separate body. The presumption say obeko mine Minerals Commission. No akwaje license. Ozo go for be mama assassin wa hase. Enti me Minerals Commission license na me dia kwakotu. You know. Enti so no anya dia. I dey dey koko blame Wontumi na Wontumi ko dem 20 years.
Can say among for
me dem entiase o.
The one more can so say Minerals Act no ma ho kwan.
And I'm saying ma ho kwan yes. Regulation no so okwa kotu na so we need license na Wontumi too.
Yeah.
But what is the punitive effect of that sort of regulation now we busun?
Okay.
Is it 20 years imprisonment for a director of the company?
And that's entire Akonta mining, no?
Yes. Say, Papa, no, a director of Akonta mining.
Yeah.
Meboa. Akonta mining, so a company. Company, so a personality. Company, it is you. And no, company, so it is you. Now, I said the company, ni pebi ye monia. Company, ni vicariously liable. Intermediate, I was expecting the judge and the baker say, Akonta mining, it's on your watch. And I deal with see. On my bridging regulation, to put the Muntia 5 million Ghana cities.
Okay.
In fines.
Okay.
For Adenesin. What did they make? And I be okay, Mr. Wontumi. Be out now, Mark, into was a director. No, you opposition is over a director of the company. Me said, no, the best way forward. The analysis, me who criminal, the Baban were Kunipa. And I am manslaughter. And I some robbery be and wakoye. I don't see how a director who might have gone against the rules, in a certain way is being punished for 20 years imprisonment.
Council, obeje de say personal vendetta na bi obi wo ho no mo hye kire a.
Well, I mean, person may enter to that area. I would just want to maintain the legal aspect of it.
Okay.
Now, from my experience in the practice of law, Abuchi and Krumah, any other places I might have done, when these things come up, a whole regime, I say, judge, you know, or tuno boise, no go through, no find out exactly what actually happened. Me was what say he admitted. Papa ni admitted so no mark papa ni kwase ongongo tu. And I'm saying even at that point, you know, if the servant of the company emo obi kwan wo mra enye kwan say ye say man kwan no kotu na so akwa kotu na semaba. A company ni nefa the brand of the because the servant no wakoye adwuma. I say o kaka, o ya driver ni e de car man se fa ko ba bi na o dia koku nipa. And now they are copy movie.
Okay.
Would you copy movie car? The Obetiano, a company. The company insurance and insurance between. It's the same principle. It am baffled to say a director of a company. Oh my BB as a some way. Not director and them 20 years. A bad precedent because as I deal with say money transfer. Next I say sometime to come, even the president. So Koye BB. Nasa the Kabagana ha. You make back as a master on the country who near Bible so move for that and your state no mau indemnity.
There's a certain bad precedent.
A very bad precedent. It is not a safe judgment.
At all. No more chat to Honomo.
And you're safe.
Now council be swear cassa at the end of Sebe and Cabayan Shaswo. I'm out for Frontina.
There be Master Okan Yajuni.
Okay.
Open source set up a deterrent. And you take obi human rights, right to freedom, and the right of a youth for 20 years. Also, made the set up precedent. I would add a young.
Okay.
We cannot detach what is happening on the ground from what has happened. This Magalam say yeah, because and make some time back before some elections. NDC for around normal catch man for say as a president he declare state of emergency. Omo declare state of emergency. Me ka bioma ka to so say gold board to gold. And Crawford no to gold will Krum Hassan. Some major companies no to gold will Krum Hassan. Toma, only a small percentage normally ma. It is our gold baby and who pay me some out of 54 tons of gold. And our gold board were mines be a home to gold ana.
Debbie.
It's a young man to galam say never to gold on my gold board. And to me, they may feel that this decision it's a political deal. It's so disappointing. I'm so disappointed. Say the courts have now begun to engage themselves in these things. Wow. It is not right. 20 years imprisonment. Yeah, and we are Mamia. Why wouldn't money a year where I didn't go to 1 year? Yes, your money pleaded guilty. Well, a charger. Oh, I didn't charge no the bond. Under which law? Constitutional and legal law be beyond.
Almost say
near dinner got 1 year. Are they?
Wow.
It is a concerted effort. But me Matthew, me say artisemo Mati. Say nipa be 43 of NPP for 43. There before some muti ni ye. Nipa be 43. Ma ya line mo up here the mo by. Beba one by one.
Ah,
yes.
NPP 443.
43.
They what no?
Me the Martin.
Yeah, one more born in the same.
Na uni bibi. As my making. Tell me, you have elections where you know me open letter to the president. And you maybe I know I can cut them or elections. Number one, also about the chief justice. Number is way you know. Me wa
way.
Or say primaries will be a thing of the past. So seek it me wa. Or say primaries will be a thing of the past. It will seek it term or extending the time, no. And even though the constitution is it's a shut clause, a article, a shut, and you open and shut, a shut.
That's a maho crime crumple.
Till I'm trying to make 5 crimes obey, and also can't obey. Or besides, I didn't know so for no money. What I say, and I make us say, democracy na di or no. Etimiamana no abedi be free. Etimiamana be the president. And so for me too.
Wow.
I didn't think a soldier phone to you. Or can I say electoral commission and so Oba obey you. And or the tribunal no beba back.
Beba ho no mo. Ibidi mu nkomo.
The tribunal no and or the aba back. Chief Justice no we you know. Afede na aka. Third term no ye the Supreme Court for interpretation. Enti nyoma na oye no oka so obeye no eno no gusu a wo ye no. Na NPP for me cast trauma catch mu biom say. Se masoasi anase munim na maye din dia. Yes, we are you know we are ya na your phone sir.
No wa hwe wo de.
Na wa hwe wo de. Now when you water catch NDC phone say if you water down the law you can't water down the law and just reduce the effect, the potency of the law for your benefit. Sa law na beba be church na. Because time I also be here say law no be defend one. Na law no no water it down. Introduce our point na wo na beba cho. Me my example.
Okay.
Chachu chikata. Omo ye omo dey causing financial loss willfully by no kai. No, I'm for NPP for near the barbecue.
Yeah.
Causing financial loss willfully. And unluckily for him, guarantee be your coco sign on behalf of GNPs from Brand and McQuarman in science. I guarantee. Guarantee the page guarantee in Nankofono a barbecue musica. Because the background sign guarantee the man went to me.
Yeah.
Yeah, then. It's causing financial loss willfully. Yeah, they look to prison.
Yeah.
Wow, Kusan Tokwana Sa try to clear his name in all means. Besine. Wow, Kusa so still.
Okay.
Very tainted. It is all year BB. I saw who's on mine and your dear. You only have a period of time. I'll be ye. So grab now to soon. We ye cry now. Femuna we are. We chief one. Sambrano. A baby do what chief for.
It's a buy what the chino.
I didn't know to be your public officer. And now on your judge. Now shame a mranumu. Now find him offend the asset. Said about Chinebi. Now baby so dear. So what judge who you ruling? That's a ruling 1 year. That's all against the rules and the regulations there. What's what so the guide for you now. Your friend misbehavior.
Okay.
And when can appeal will be by your womb. Yes, what misbehave.
Okay.
And you know Chief Justice in the panel on my friend. No one justify how you gave this judgment. When to me justify you what that
Council wo hwe chairman Wontumi die yi. Now we hear the rate at which we wait me prosecute no and tentem less than 1 year I should say. Now we wait me convict no a. Wonyi ne senka a justice system ne ye nyina ko yanimu ano ne san say can e bi anka bonu say itimi drag ya be 4-5 years na yen kansem ne wie ye. Nanso we no wo mutimi ye na tentem so no mo wie a.
De bi na say na me no nya adwe. Say for 5 years anya papa. Because justice denied is justice. That's delayed is justice denied. It you know the intimidating the best 6 months to cry because he adolescent within a short time now a judgment and nani pa chronos over appeals over the only aye. It you know the default year happens and also before said the system now the lawyer for system never has you know and they had because lawyer be oh you be 10 cases.
Okay.
The day now or court be 5-6 cases. It you call adjournment and also delay. What did they make an answer? But I know them they need problem.
Okay. Do you have a problem with the rate at which me a conclude on Samra boy case, you know, with Wontumi no? I rush through no my intent to answer when a legal process is no na. Et me a contema mo me say.
What's that? And they also almost set up a date on my judgment.
Yeah.
And now almost changing solicitors. Well, the essence of changing the solicitors, say Bianca, Obenya some sort of new legal injection. To come up with certain things that on argue.
Okay.
But let me say, because then we read certain parts of the judgment now, or judge in a trial.
Yeah.
Or say or admit say ono ye ono ma kwan so mon konkwe reclaim and or admit so mon kutu omun to be two at the end. Yes. So admit so yeah. The effect of the admission goes into a corporate entity. Why admit so being go ye bibi wo baby. I answer sanko oye.
Okay.
How do you deal with it? Intimidate is a political decision.
Council my and then on the lawyers a plead this and kebeya. Ye man ample time. Say the beya will be to menya bre. Na case which me go through ye. Especially NSC and a lawyer no any jurisdiction anymore. Now what took our cite several issues are wɔkyerɛ kora mpo sɛ na pɔmuden ne adeɛ ne nyinaa ka ho bie but justice kɔkɔ vitae proceed with judgment ɛnɛ yɛ a ɛnɛ yi wɔkyerɛ sɛ deɛ kɔɔ so ne adeɛ ne nyinaa no sɛ bi ntumi mma no ho ntumi nsi ne kwan sɛ wɔde judgment ɛba yɛhwɛ the case sɛ obi lawyer ɛnni hɔ nom na yɛ pronounce judgment abra lawyer ne ni hɔ nom no ɛha adwen
Debi said ye we case no na judge ni be ruled in the judgment oba be kind the judgment there lawyer then abe oba interject the judgment no we no wa che the judgment o chiro oba kan
okay
just here we have say chuchi kata o me ye ni bisa
yeah
ya kan nti no enye no na ha ma adwene say
okay.
judge na ready so but say ye di asem na lawyer bi ba mu fofora the presumption is say ese e man the kwan no steady case ni nyina because they say lawyer ba ko no oye case no ko nti e man the kwan maybe 2 or 3 months no this steady case ni nyina no hu the facets nyina ansa na so bi obey amendment o so obey file bibia ka ho and all the argument foforo be we wetimi aye nti we dem say time no enso and na for no ankasa so no ni ikrom na ye be ruling no but ni nyina appeal point because judge lawyer ba ko no o ka say or resign because of a new baby and never for trial nti be so say there are things so the new lawyer now abano which may use to as appeal point no the appeal decisions na judgment na ya ye no
kan se yenhwe processes no se ne lawyers ye wo dwen se wo mo akọ appeal processes be na wo mafamu na wo mafamu nso so appeal no wo koye no wo stay execution of the judgment and na simple no
o file notice of appeal na
okay
now file we na grounds of appeal in your manner now we akọ for stay of execution
okay
it you can grant mawa say the lower court no and grant here now I say repeat you know high appeal court
okay
so almost one grant here na we call
supreme court
why especially na supreme court
and most especially when you kwankwa koye criminal case no na appeal no how difficult will it be?
Well, a bigina acquire my on the face of it, it might say sentence, no punishment here too harsh.
Okay.
The first thing that I would do is make because a sentence must be reduced because it is too harsh.
Okay.
Into a monteso. Until the court to be look at all that said, you know, maybe I might explain my market away or maybe in an okay. If you say too harsh, it will be reduced. I could say, and I bear say, and I say, you beat him crab boy good and be before. And only the first now because of it, there's a conviction. Conviction is over 10 and easy.
Yeah,
but easy because but a point of correction.
Okay.
Of almost file notice of appeal now. A man requirement have asked for a bail. Okay. Put a bail pending the appeal to be heard. No, obey my baby. Sadia.
Okay. Okay. And counsel young say we are a legal counselor. Move Ben will be taken. Especially you almost seek a conviction. The man 20 years, you know. So we are the legal counselor and I'm more Ben will be far.
Well, in the midst of a normal baby, I met mayor. No, the first thing a clear say judgment, a punishment. No, the man was through to and you know, may appeal for such judgment, no, to be reduced. Number one. I feel maybe to say that my explaining and your man makeka kanina. Maybe son your many young men will say. Now, what part did the company actually played in this thing? Was the company no a decision or yes I could be going to a third party in going to was it the company's decision and that's a obi personal decision? It's a obi personal decision then writing and then the background was all the yes our decision because company they say there must be a board and in your man no matter obey or to the mechanism to make go through all that and find out whether papa no if anything Wontumi
yeah.
You bet me the church ya ashenana. Me with my experience in law and the rest of I feel says there should have been a huge fine to the company.
Okay. Because rather than say you single out individual,
yes. No. Rather than custodial sentence to a director of the company. I believe that there should have been a huge fine because when I would deter, you are deterring the company, any company, from doing this sort of thing again. Because as for the director of the company, he's only a servant of the company, working on behalf of the company. What did I make an answer?
Okay.
It is so I call you BB. I know my instruction, instruction in your world. The presumption is a company no, and it says suffer because on no dinner baho.
Okay.
What did I make an answer?
Okay.
And to be find the company no. Nah, I don't know how it should be because the director knows you. Wontumi your director bill for 5 years and now for 10 years. Wontumi need director bill, but the company will have to pay. But where there, baby, I would run. I'm tempted to believe say more political than
Samum.
I'm tempted to believe that.
The man who look at it say more political because woman go through all these processes. Yeah, ne legal counsel ni adie, omo admi tibi ni adie. Ni na no till this date here. Asemna be we on Samra boy issue no. I didn't think I would say more political.
Well,
maybe
I'll be you biano. Sadia okay nyina. Ebedu baby and nipa bi will have to make a decision. And no yet uko through the normal association, all the terms and all the rules and the DI association conform. We do baby somebody will have to pronounce judgment.
Okay.
Now on no judge, you know, or do a point or not feel say this is what it is, sir. There is an influence and that's whatever and will be pronounced in a judgment according to how it feels. That is why you have the opportunity to appeal. The judge can also make a mistake.
Okay.
That is why you have an opportunity to appeal. Intimidate me who say 20 years for somebody who's a director of a company, which the company had a mining license and had given somebody a job to do to reclaim mining sites normal, which is also a law in the mining, say utu abrano no utu anywhere, so we reclaim.
Okay.
Then the panafa huno or the a mining. How does somebody go to prison for 20 years for this?
Okay.
A director of the company, a servant of the company. Because as a director of the company, you are a servant of the company.
Right. I will say lawyer Charles Owusu Juana editing common way senior citizen and a fake concerned Democrat. Will be a bad memoir be ye pa and a yeguswa ye di and yanko not yen share tribunals bill. Ya womo dia bay. Parliament e pass bill. Sir wobetimi aboa na afei wo masisisi court nkumankuma ewo ye mantem na afei nso no ye mpotem awodo na nini na ne srese wo mse ye na mpempi no cases bi ho no mo a backlogs no dogs dodo edinte no wo musisi sa tribunals ya ene regions ene district no a wo musisi sa tribunals no se ko ba se cases ni bampo na enkonko kekasiem ni ade no a ho na wo mutimi ye ne ntentem na wo mabua no mo the judgment aba na amanfo concern na wo mo ye ne se especially se wo de amanfo bi a sabi wo mo ni ayi emramu nimdie bia ebetremu na wo mo make judgment no mo contribute to judgment no amanfo bi che se anhwe yi a na obi ho tan ne ade enti no sabi wakwakofa so akọ convict no amanfo so ka se we ni kebeboa se de be ya sa backlog cases no ya na de bia no eta ba no so no yetimi ayi afiri hono wo ye mranim ni tribunals bill yi usom saying
me the backlog no more can it is because it's a court no and also anambwa.
Okay.
Yes, judges are more krum he nyina we be 300
yeah
and the courts are dying so maybe we court dying e bi ni ho enti no see pese ye cut the time of court yina yes court dying bi nka ho.
Okay.
Ye fa judges ni bi nka ho ye train you no mo nkokotem na ye ko ye a parallel you omo do mba be ye ntem de omo ye fast track court ko si say omba be ye ade ni ntem de adan ye ba be ni ntem say ye be bu nuoma ni bebre so na ya ni ntem de obi akoto prison eno nya na because any ehu what tribunal ba ko no.
Wow.
Rolling so no tribunal say mo de na me small boys team e bia na yan wo mo kura ti mo ehu nipa edi omu gu mu a ya ntra omu yie nipa ye koku won nipa omu dwane fi kromo ni enyoma ekoso sa tribunal time no na serious unim say sa judges no yiku won no ye twetwe omu na ekoku won no they were the judges that no omu overturn tribunal some of the tribunal decision no overturn ena ye kwachi omu ekoku won ya sa. What did I make us say? In the tribunal ni there a leave a bad taste e Ghana for no.
Okay.
A very very bad taste e Ghana for no. And for somebody to come and say, okay, tribunal, Mr. Ababa go come during election time and was Aba physically. Say ye deba. For what purpose? Ye here scan here they court to be brave. They set up court to be and tribunal and the judge also lawyer in the better or a train judge.
Debbie.
Lawyer no court tribunal or a train judge, which is a substandard. Substandard delivery of justice. Judge not take court to the enemy or no a train judge. And no, dear, same. This always set up a crown. Okay, yeah, percent the public must be part of it. And you set up a jury of 12 people. No one can say, okay, guilty or not guilty. Now, go for two non-lawyers with a lawyer to sit down as a court and vote on a decision. What kind of court is that? It's certainly a kangaroo. No matter whether it is drawing it straight from the constitution or not. In the implementation culture or no. When it gets to a certain point, those three people have to make a decision.
Yeah.
Akoya Pena said in Batum. And then Abeye. The Chief Justice, no. When he went through, the lawyer, so far I can say, I deal with a meeting standard, and I will say, if you do call forward. And then he see it. And the Chief Justice only. What did I make an answer? And Yehubida, let us not pretend as if we don't know what is happening. Yehubida. It is a tribunal never. It is in bad taste. Because Ghana first suffer and member businessmen on properties were confiscated. And no maybe because of tribunal. And so Kofa and net tribunal also. It won't mean styling who Kofa preko nas or body tie. Now dressing now called mad. It is an opportunity for a group of people to be vengeance about people, arrest people and put fear in the lives of the people of Ghana. It is going to militate against our democracy, and I am against it to the hilt.
Can't one so say as a jury ya can once me a legal process anymore or call various courts no ya almost set up jury ya yenim dada enti we mo de ban de enya de be yehu bia say ye ko set up jury
Debio.
Okay,
the mention say Oko High Court, let's say jury about.
Yeah.
I'm too. You can't law don't you be a lawyer for the common semi in every year. Now for your twamo. The only and say guilty or not guilty.
Ye might hear from Tia say jury near one more a ban in Mremoa, woman said a nimunim dear bia. Now
the entia, your first jury, they say. Who's a court no? Embrani de Juma.
Yeah.
But in Crawford, multi lord council no acted together. We didn't say they wait here. Now you wait here, you accept it, wait here, you accept it, and then your man. It's like you are importing the street life, into the court.
Okay.
The jury the baker said not guilty, won't you say, but I had your opinion so was street to say happen there be and who say offensive.
Okay.
It's law on the bed be a baker says not guilty. It's a new man never vote to omni judge me vote to no I say I can't find go to my finding go to. Intimacy a substandard though. Si pesi ye court for fra ana ye pesi ye court system judicial system ni mu kena and ye yama chief justice sika no offense see more courts often training more judges.
Okay.
Trained judges, qualified judges. No one can train new courts no more juma. Now if you are trying to find another way of solving a problem that you claim there, and then there must be an ulterior motive, because the tribunal, it does not taste well in the mouths of Ghana because they have suffered under the tribunal, It also be a complaining. Everybody is complaining. Yes, I'm complaining. The tribunal near Ghana for Chrome properties is up to now. A bit property, Chrome San Kaibu. Oh, yeah, no, my baby. And it has judges, over 10 decisions of the tribunal. And you got your cocoa and Yakoshoma is so natural. A buyer is almost start to see Supreme Court anymore. That is the truth. And how do you bring it back? And then I cost or they buy a change bibia.
Okay.
There must be a reason.
Can't watch baby a quadria. I can say man penny be accenti. Did you ho? Say the
Missy man penny car say or the tribunals in Beba back.
To what did you say or be accenti?
The executive arm is in his hands. Legislature, everyone in some. And when you chief justice back when you appoint a new chief justice. Intimate like I say, on the face of it, he has control on all these three organs of government. Into be a catch say you be na yam rebi wo be na ba me nya dwene nya dia me so me I don't believe it because he said it before he won the elections and or eba to your kind no ye nya bia.
Despite some man for agitated or have flag bearer kwampa be ka ho asem on the NPP ticket wa be ka ho asem TUC Trade Union Congress wo bi na ka ho asem sen kebe ya One empose kakra no mo ye consultation. Do you think it's a consultation between ayi with DBB papa?
Master, ya pass a bill na we also consultation. Bill ye be pass your consultation stage. Maybe ye be dwin ya kaso okay we fa we kan yenyi we say free yenyi we say free yen be opinion groups no yen find out what they are saying about it and then ya pass our stage you know. It has become a law. It the day ejina laws are law no is a tribunal you know mas omaye no any ebe alive no mas setting up a president of our senti because me say president no okaye during the year 2024 election okaye so oba or the tribunal ne beba.
Okay, the amount for be kasa
say change of mind they said in the senti.
Okay, now say president ne sesa na dwen a ebetimi dia komra se be film biem.
Osisa na dwen say ne so nsan nti mu fa nkona mu kosisa we na munye we na whatever it is.
But bia wotie no hu ni say ebetimi asisa.
Oh yes, so decided so Asisa na dwen okay with the pressure that is coming from all angles into Asisa na dwen say okay tribunal you cry nya menka. And your son sign obeka your son sign into omonsan fanko. A part the amount of days be as na obsolete. Until nya de be aduma.
Na say as it stands now no Ghana no here sa tribunal see.
Me see you with you. You magistrate courts. You district courts.
Yeah.
You circuit courts.
Yeah.
You high court. You court of appeal. You Supreme Court. Sa courts in there were branches all over the country. It is a set up the entire clocked up and say Ubeko court back judge no odi cases bear 20 at the same time. Odi way bear 20 minutes. Who odi way bear 20 minutes. Odi way 10 minutes. No agent we say. Wajen enunti na man cases ni delay no. O judge back one. Ye odi oye 20 cases. Different facts so.
Okay.
Into kind facts way wakan way. No aye kakra. No asan jai. No asan sesa no ale calibrate na ajene. No asan ye way kakra. No asan ye way kakra. Better na cases ninche. But here were other courts, because they be a district courts, so they are 100 account one crime. Kumasi, other places, they are maybe account one. Second district court, no, judge, you know, but be a 3-4 cases, Ben or your beboa. Over to maybe say within the month to where we pass the sentence, your queen. It is so you have invest or tribunal, and your quacosisi dying for tribunal. No, you invested the can court system, no, you see more courts, you training more judges, competent judges.
Existing court systems.
Okay. Council year 2 enkomo so no yen hwe the judicial system na nsen ade bia ba ekwa set trend ya chi obi a the 48 hour rule no sisi akwa ese e wo paper so but ye busu no anase mpoli ye diso na akwa yasem na otimi chi obi ombutimi ye demonstration na 3 days 4 days ni ade na ye nya onipa ko ye gya no so a na bail condition no akwa atwamene yesi kofa Yesu Kristo ne moyere me nsabra ansa na yatimi agya wo se enim se ye pese ka wo hye wonti no na ye ne kokwasa saa ba bia nyina du so wo man yi saa enum ye koso yi ha ye kebem mu nana
se police will stop and search
yeah
obitim so acho
saa
stop and search bit down no acho
without even warrant.
Yes, stop and search. Arrest or crown not oko. Say okay, me suspect so we the investigation me boy. Investigation now. Yes, here 48 hours. Within 48 hours, so to me the court. When you have court, so jaw. What I say? I bear the order of the day. Say police watch you. 48 hours in the over two. You bear no maybe never do so. Okay, amount bail. Bail the amount, say the amount. Especially police one kasa the amount bail condition didn't be out. Police one kasa okay. You be say yoko. Any other if I be an icon some must have bail condition didn't know. EOCO and a bail condition 50 million come.
Now one more jurisdiction no.
Well say no certain bail condition but the mention say the bail condition say every offense be organ be bailable. na chese ubeti yesi bail no na the freedom of when infringe on his freedom of movement. What you say?
Okay.
It is a offense be a Ghana has a bailable there. So set up a bail condition, 50 million Ghana cedis. Papa Nankasa and worth in 1 million, and not 2 million, and not 3 million. Not just say you are denying him of the bail. Because the effect of Asemna Wakano in denying him of being able to meet the bail condition unconstitutional. Because Nipano at the highest or you only on your convicted person, on your bonipia
or just suspect
or your accused person. I am convicted. The Nipa now unconvicted also offer bail 50 million. But when you job and the man comes to be in a cemetery.
Council, the end of my bill. Where offense no, yes, say why ye no, say ye quantify who is okay, yes, say what dear bicycle. Na ye mu a 10 million Ghana cedis. Enti no ye ma bail ye ma bail 10 million Ghana cedis ana. Na bail condition no recovery system wa ye de je de su se why ye no ana. Dey be na say ka so wo je de wa allege se why ne dia. Say ene mra ne mwadwira. Because if you won't convict him of any offense, you won't establish a case akwan with this canana we canana why. Won't me establish it. Into the bail a year day man say, yeah, say your mouth conditions to be a Ubeba near the wasem. Okay. Into then your mouth bail, it's okay, Kwagu. I didn't say case that were criminal court to the echo, criminal court in Jiska. A punishment. What is a criminal court? I civil court in Jiska. There be you. Open Jews stick at the back. Oh, they no cost civil swap because Act 991 was a Dana for as a Bank of Ghana for acting. And funny panel call criminal side. They didn't call baby a directors of companies no mind. Just scan it back. You know, so they didn't call criminal side. Nipano also I call Waska. And now they don't call to what we score a for and you could deny them. You found guilty and you jail. You don't call prison bear 5 years. Oh, to the mechanism. And you want to mean first the can't puno and determine say. Obey, but to be so established to be a bachelor say Nipano or Beba court into no benya surety. What's go? For surety me and Sabra. More to more than crom for Danny aces to normal famra. Then call for Naba, no more diaba. Now can someone offer 50 million brad to be justified. Nipa in 50 million or my account to move chrome her and now more assets to the tune of 50 million. Cancer for education mo kakane entiasie se ye kasa ye belu na mbum fa ebia 50 million Ghana cedis bra e kire se kodwiri sika ne bra ana bi e wo se nipa na oba no e so kita ni o ma nipa na obegina bail amount e so wo assets a the value bedu sa e japade and the value bedu sa okay enti ekosusu a na ye hu ne se okay japade a wo di besi a wo wai ne bo sum sei eni se npo no ye hwe ya ne ye hunu a ye betima kwaton ajapade no ne de ato aban futuo mo de tua okay but tio ansa na obedu sa point no I will say the panier guilty of the offense ansa na we do sa point no say ye kwaton na ade ana ye kwese de atua but me sure say criminal proceedings no enye sika na ode ba no ne ye hwe se ade na ye no I just see a befa and guilty near Nako to prison and punishing for the money away. And now say, you be declared not guilty, no akwakoda. It is a casamino and mem into when your sureties are only a reasonable way, you know, which the manua. It's enough. But you can see a cost civil court to dear. I know, dear, you can see a dinner semi, yes, okay, we are a dinner semi or the cano a car as so to ya. Yes, okay, over dying. Near question and dying. Ni dan ni yes ni dan ni o ti attach ni dan ni akoton ni de aba betua ba criminal de yes we di boni enti boni na we di ne do kokot nya kodi wa say fa ogeti do betu prison sikasam na ni de no kan se beba e de na be sinti a ye betimi achi obi in the case of Iyoko na ye do afasa bail condition ya de we ni na chi be wi akire no na ye charge wo ye mfa nkogina court na akwa ese ye see if be holding charge holding charge. Every be holding charge. Cancel no na dey. No say. You know that be bien. That's only be bien. Ah, there was your. Okay. Na say no. We ni moi. Ni achu. Okay. Ya chu na akonko ho. Na yes bail condition say. Punishment here punish because you see asem na ni ma.
enkosi baby
na no na basa no a infringe one so right.
That is the issue.
Okay.
Tio, who have freedom of movement. What I say? It's you don't got too much and you take freedom of movement. All right, and you take care of anything I say. Bonibia baby, there's a available because you're basically being infringe on go for freedom of movement right and also unnecessarily and arbitrarily.
That's a boapayo na ya na.
Oh, Papa, India, I'm still holding charge. Holding charge.
Watch out. No more bail condition or that down here. Yes, after we are just
saying, investigations. Investigations, the caucus, young man, near the Waka to me 2 weeks, 3 weeks, 4 weeks.
Someone say a week be a report on. Emma,
sometimes you remind you. You remind you, maybe I don't call the police, and the court and say, you remind you. You remind you, hold that. Let's just say, you signed to about court some time back. It told me said overcall someone. See, I remind you on someone for 1 month. Nina under the basis say police is conducting their investigation. Now you might temper with the evidence, you know. And now we wait here. You do walk out to one. Nina, you know more.
Council concern back one. A man for can say, yeah, na dear near say a chubi. Na ye charging the Nokota. Dear near her, it me select say we dear, yen fanning court we, and could nasem. Because the Intiamaka Sani said, a month for Bina express a concern. Say a dental circuit court honomo, dear Potinesha honomo. I say, ye chit and Crofukubia, honor Edo Moko. A dear near where it me select court, no. Send the police for any prosecution. Okay. Who's a chroma as an attorney general now, yeah? A buying lawyer will prosecute you. And the ultimate cases in Nina. Okay. It will do point to be on a attorney general to me cases in to have a police for the police for ye be my own. And with the Macassa made the minimum in Yajuni because a law firm de brewer almost space or meeting my prosecution work now by. But so to say, until police for no so ye be. And most of the time, no. Yes, who could hear some, who judge who could hear some no. Now, who the fabric of your case is a judge in a kind of judge or to obey, say, well, who that is about deploy, sir. Internet just okay. If I didn't quite then is execute court. What do you him say? Judge, and no my can't obey. Need I didn't practice no. I may run the argument before a judge because Mr. Judge was soft side for this particular argument. I may be right. And then a skill, no. A skill. When my man found you on the because the didn't workers and say, near you be a noa. I didn't straight near the Necohonum. A chew be a noa. No, Unipano ye beer. Woman so a NPP near the Neco Adenta. No, Mrs. another. Kwabenya kra wo hono mo ne ada court ni ade meet because me aware of especially when onipa no kwa ne jurisdiction eni hono mo se bi etimi chi obi free kumase na yese da bi ye ni na se mo kumase na mbom ye de be free kumase abankran send the overflows you know e bi a case dey very sensitive nipa kwa no abusuafo ene ni o manoma wo kumase di this case dey kumase a emwa etimi de ko di na se mo tamale and it be declined a judicial system a route ni na ye wonyo ma entia ye sa nyoma no nti ende enya be enya yi adwuma adwuma nim Shannon Mom say me lawyer Charles Owusu Juana and a din komo no wo ye senior citizen concerned democrat and a bane mremu nso a wakwadrem yi pa wasan so chairman edema Friends of Bawumia 2008 nti ye bebawura NPP amadwusem na afei ya hwe normal wodo nso ekoso na wotwe wie ya hyase NPP fo hyase a wo elections in kakra last week you say na wo hyase constituency ne other ones nei wo ye vetting for regional executives ni ade no so far wo hwe processes no a wo de every build year wakwakoye chairman for Friends of Bawumia who ni say ekoyie die ye Friends of Bawumia 08 die ye association ye gia ho den fi constitution of Ghana NPP so the political party also in the form of an association but etino elections on my year basis and there are some pitfalls be 1 or 2 3 or a year and just a replicating you maybe a happen here grounds was divided independent by me let me feel say and no may see need said you lose to parliament you lose
the parliament ye hang parliament in 2020 and in 2024 this is the lose sa no money nyina nkombe jai. But it seems that more people are more interested. So, oh, me person me nyam microphone no rather than bringing everybody inclusive. So we are yan twaba. Munya mamra yan twaba. Mo di parkombe yi no ne den beko. Intendo the minus. And obviously it is a minus against the executives of the party right now, because I know man the course
national executives
no, as I know man the course from 2020 time ever independent because 2020 you call parliament no na akwabi oko independent yetimi amfa na ma be join ya for me na say ankoyi o to the mechanism. I'm so more they didn't take any lessons from what happened 2024, and so the same thing. And you might be very happy. And you got 2028 coming forward there. And Kasan come set up a platform where everybody will be. And then Kabomuno eba because Kabomuno was who the numbers are 2 abano almost was here. Omu nisru. Grassroots home you peaceful. So Kwakumeni you got to about Kwakumeni in the winning and only a deneko. No beer in a cheat because nobody was cheated. Nobody no be yan chichimo bisa yan yinkrofobi DMV register nimu ene ni omanoma na peace aba but no ma bebre because the chambers crimes here the bako case bako court wo Eastern region any Ashanti region esem na o de ban na asefem de ekoso obi ato on prime yenye bibia which is not right. But I made the pass general secretary about because maybe a court process will be to abandon to no null and void. You start to no for which is the step in the right direction. And yeah, me bona baso say well to no to help in bringing up sanity our base.
Council let you the Bawumia manfo bi nso aja okopie mu wo sechere Ashanti regional. Wo mo so kire se executives na ye to aba eyi wo mo no even though Woman said it was unconstitutional, but woman they still hold themselves and say woman executives.
They been send it, Masa. That's a nauki.
It
is an association. Number one, an association. Association on the constitution and on the rules and the regulations. So you who free man, you are no more a member of the association. That is what it is. Plain and simple. Into almost one who do as a year. On the executives, no one go election for no one you nipa. The even says for no say look, when there are no sanctions, people will continue to do the same thing. 107.3. We ye na si ankafi ya. We say to be ye. Obaka say we ye ankafi ntimi so me nko ye bi na den beba. Enti no media I was happy say General Secretary etu na numu to se masa baby asem no court to bia no. Elections be a course who be an null and void. He's speaking from the executive base as a general secretary. Why is they more powerful than him apart from the chairman? Nobody. Into Waka, I was said put the things in place as an association. We are obetima order police for back to a complaint put in. So you are causing public disturbance in Noma. On Kai Association. Obetima communicate say we are UFI party no then abe. Co-independent. But there must be discipline in this party. For once, there must be a clear discipline that will bring the party together so people will fear to do certain things. It has been too many a time, right from after President Kufuor. And you may be a koso. Because majority leader, former majority leader, because gaining more power and have a party. The party is so say. Right from the time when we win election 2016, 2020, since a winning year and then this year, 2024, we lost in a very bad way. A young Kasa young crop for about Twabamaye. Oman Twabano. But 2 million and over people did not vote. Who did 2 million and over and all the can Mahmoud Bawumia vote to one? And Mahama be winning. No. But we share grade now to me say, baby NPP for Twaba. I don't know Swati, but NDC for votes no. Ejina baby ejina. And this thing was people now for kase. Said the no masifa kono. Obe edidija. Any no manu baby foko air kanu. Enti woman Twaba. Be kokumasi konante na tom so mon Twaba da. amanfo nso di ate sɛ wobɛkɔ ayi market ne ma me fo ne te hɔ yɛto aba na ɔmo te hɔ na ɔmo hwɛ ɛnyɛ sɛ ɔmo yɛ adwuma bi a ɔmo to ɔmo nto aba.
mfa wɔn ho.
When your own house rise up against you, then you have a big problem. Into ɔmo di animu na ɔmo fi sɛ agorɔ bi ne yɛ di no mo deɛ mo nkyɛn yɛ start to see a jail mu a ɛna mo bɛhu the thing that you have done. Me da me ka o me say there is a concerted ayi to jail a lot of NPP people. Most of them are government positions. It is a baby. Near the attack. It is a mother mama mama together. Namun yaisa besamim kuminya and in some hunune kosuno. Namun mat together as a people to fight this thing, the impending enemy. In such a way, some which may protect them. It is our time now, Mubihu. Monkai Rollins time. And then you see it. Confiscation of people's assets. People run away from the country. Up to now, we have not found certain people. And when they try to put fear into the minds of the people, it's for the people to keep quiet. So when you dinya, they will come and find a way of getting you. Now every human being too has got an issue because you are not perfect. Yes. Oti the mechanism. And Wontumi, a savo no matter to pay.
So what didn't be a coin?
Yeah, it's a moon but together. Not a moon standing well, and then maybe I could say, the mama together. No more one voice. No more find your democracy in no more protected the democracy of this country. As Samara.
Council a leadership name to mean cracky whip and I said
it has happened for too long. People take decisions. Now I say, my example be. Yeah, after 2012 election, yeah, 2016. Ye chairman of the party, no, Afoko.
Yeah.
Ye suspended. That who create the basis upon which ye did now, and your constitution. It doesn't even follow the constitution of the party, but yet ye General Secretary Kokaya, also ye Pakwandi ye as at the time, a general secretary, yes, say, will be NPP, NDC, and then Dankusaman. Because all your campaign, or Konyas or the Nankusa Konyas, the man is a movie. Internet so here can for.
Okay.
Almost Lankusa for no Kotoen. Onyaeno, a NDC Nibin a demand into I compromised into a sea. May cano be at Obio TB, Salankusa, me tears can be.
Oh, okay.
And yet the Kotos Alankusa, no family proof better. As at the time, a ye quadrate Japan if you had the so. No, the cabin say $15,000 a so Triama, a sell be at the company be a war, a no fay. Internet no correct.
Okay.
But I'm for to me, you swear no, you know. Sadia ne ba party them na, a deep party na be do sa appointing. Some man reverse at their no grounds for no man confident that they are members of an association or they have sympathy for this association and therefore they want to come out and vote massively in 2028. You can forget it. You can forget it because it is still going on. Who call baby acclamation? Okay. Acclamation that when he found your constitution.
On the
post today. I'm not ready some person to about so acclamation. It means you are not looking at what is happening. You are not bringing it to your mind and say, oh, this don't happen. Yes, sir, when you to me and we need power. Because I always say, so yeah, baby, I end this free buy. Almost a France PNDC on buy and this on buy. Now you are Juma Maya or Ghana. Within all these years, about 32 years or so no more.
Okay.
It's nothing to write home about. But over time, I end this NPP for by 2000. Social interventions on any developments on change of policy on and Ghana abedu sa appointee
16 years.
Yes. Uti the mechanism. Nanado, yes, me dem say Nanado for the party he performed abysmally because he wanted power.
Okay.
To be able to do what things that he wanted to do. But over national level, Ejuma and unmatched.
Wow.
Yes. Opa koko ye muna mo ye journalism pa mo koko check. We are researching. President Kufuor Bahenu, the state of affairs of this country was fear and panic. He was able to settle the country. EPIC came out of EPIC. As President Kufuor was leaving, we had found crude oil.
Yeah.
The economy was booming. NDC for by NDC. The second term of NDC, which is John Mahama, was pitch darkness. What does darkness mean? No electricity. What does no electricity? Loss of jobs. What does no loss of jobs mean? No revenue. Nothing happened.
Wow.
Massa, NPP is a party that when it comes to power, aside and in the midst of all problems, they have a trajectory of doing things for the benefit of the people of this country. Oman talk no way waiter, but capitation grant one at the buy. Send our constitution, 1992 constitution. What is capitation grant? It's to afford the young ones to be able to go to school with some amenities. Maybe a wine project, a nipa, a development. Or then free maternity. A man who because and Obama so be refugee. What was it for? Was it not for human beings? For the development of human beings to lift their problems in terms of financial difficulties. Me either ko minister the hospital. Me bane ya wonu foforo na or what low immune or the hospital ho na yade etwetwetwetwam sei. Akona me baka no yare. Oso mo mrefie. O fancy ho. Yesi ka shenkari uko hospital a. So utua. So wentimi antua. Ye ma yan hwaw. I say NHIS, National Health Insurance Scheme. It was done payment of medical bills to an insurance scheme. Who did that benefit? And you Ghana for Wontumi hospital bewu. We not so the school feeding program. And Kolani go school yes one more than Kolani go school because a comedium. My minimum comedium. Osumokwa yema moduane it's at least 1 square million farmer. Enye nipa that's any development no. Also leap in kokura na omaye kokura na oman ho yi ni nyina na omuntimi nya hwe no. Yema 350 cedis a month. Leap no. So the be oh yes. Omuntimi and put body and soul together. But they make us our personal social response or they matromas by. Say fan kwalani ko school na safa mo mrefe kwakra nto fa free. These are social human interventions because NPP who say yentimi my income support yentimi unemployment benefit yentimi disability allowance yentimi enlighten weight ni kakra ko bimsi ebedu
na system ni mu na ho no mo
we ni mu dom si no nana do by then or first
free SHS
the first time in the history of the budget of this country somebody got money to take the kids to school. Because a huge chunk of the youth were becoming illiterates because their parents could not afford. Armed robbery. Because some time back, some minister be central region. And then armed robbery is got the card on me. And to whom Papa na MP. Now so we MP ni because mama we are society. Because the youth were so much out there. There's nothing for them to do. And so they decided to now begin to join gangs and stuff like that. You do go school. First then Kolano roadside ni baby. After you have open crime I made 7,000 school. On my backlog no eco school and your mom balance school. Every power 3.something million kids had been educated free. Now is that not for the future of this country? It is an investment in the future of the country because these people have to take over from the old men who are dying tomorrow and the things that are happening. And if they are not well prepared, what will happen? This is MPP. MPP. And you know, it'll be the say, $1 billion a crown, conference free education. And to buy a then abba. Free education then I say so what you scatter with your first because the parents cannot pay so the kids are coming back to the streets. And the MPP is a party that has the soul of the people and they say abadaye to the benefit of the people. Personal in fightings in your manoma and it cannot be perfect. But my advice to them say many chances, they have been able to change the system and make Ghanaians lift their heads up. What to them? Me try to kill the asset of the national asset. Me say from a champion FWK Akufo, And your money a diversity China. These were companies that had employed people. Companies are not employing for. These companies were divested, divested ma omuhuni nyoma jumani nyina gui and that's unemployment no into the domain. Into the massa. NPP for semutia. Wake up from your slumber. It is not about you. Who MP no Mr. It's not about you. Who chairman also, it is not about you. It is about the association and the spirit of the association to come to power and help Ghanaians to be able to live as Ghanaians. The other party, I don't see policy. 24-hour economy is dead on arrival.
What was the secretariat?
And the secretariat because 24-hour economy said the presumption is 133. You mean you befe nipa 3 and ye amoba pombeye. Where is the base of 24-hour economy?
Almost someone shall say cry your market.
Asa na market and then your cotton. Your market here we can go and 12 hours. Now it's 24-hour market. And then the bay and then the cotton. What is he going to sell? And then the better man the achina yafa nipa me and son of my juma. It is fluke and you no credit.
24-hour economy market, you know. Any 24-hour economy entire.
You know. My advice is almost can go ajada wa never am for promoting. No me charge you 24-hour economy. Now we don't come baby now ko catch him be say you be see my grocery there be your market. Obe ajada wa.
Maguna ko tomo mo.
Yes ajada wa ne mano. Na be buado. Misplaced priorities. Misplaced priorities. That's what it is.
Lawyer Charles Owusu Juana